What is so secret about telling us about a public prosecutor, of a public prosecution? Everything is public there. Just her failure to respond to this question, she must take a bag and go. She's not going to be useful to us. So you call a witness, when she left home, she left saying she's going to do what here? She's coming to read a policy statement in an inquiry. Yeah, we even discuss boardroom. We're discussing a pillow talk. Yeah. That's how far we go. Now we're being told no, just a name. We can't be given a name.
This video is about Julius Malema questioning the head of the NPA, advocate Shamila Batohi, on transparency and accountability in the National Prosecuting Authority. Before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe.
Thanks, Chair. I thought she was suggesting we must just go home if she's going to proceed like that. Because we deal with names here. What are we dealing with? What are we dealing with here? We want to know who captured the criminal justice system. And if we can't be told names and we accept that, let's go home. Especially names that are out there. There is a prosecutor, I'm just forgetting the name of, is it Johannesburg or something, Pretoria, who's suspended by the president? Joburg, Chauke. What's difficult saying something like that? What's difficult saying something like that? If we're referring to Chauke, or if there is more, we need to know. There is nothing unprofessional about that, because if we're going to proceed like that, we're becoming toothless. We cannot allow a situation where there is an allegation of a prosecutor who is being captured or infiltrated, and we are told we can't be given a name. If it was wrongly mentioned, there are recourse in South Africa where that name will be cleared. There are so many names of people being said here, people who are also in jail, people who are already on criminal trials. We get deep into those issues because we're seeking to unearth the truth. If it is true, indeed, there are people who are captured in the prosecuting authority. We want to know that. What if Chauke is wrongly accused? What if he's correctly accused? We need to come to a determination that, look, there is nothing in the NPA that suggests there is any infiltration by the drug cartel or anything of that sort. Or there is, and if we say there is, these are the issues. And these are the individuals responsible for those kind of activities in the NPA. So I don't think Honorable Skosana is being irresponsible in that regard. Thanks.
Here, Malema, now he's saying the names have already been mentioned publicly. And he makes a key point. If the wrong person was named, they can be cleared. He's basically saying that naming someone doesn't automatically mean they're guilty. It's about transparency and accountability. Now, watch her response and notice how she continues to dodge the question, refusing to give a straight answer. It's clear she's trying to evade accountability, even after Malema just laid out the facts.
Advocate.
Thank you, Chair. I really want to emphasize, honorable members, that I do not seek to be disrespectful to this committee. I haven't even said, the members have mentioned names. I haven't even said whether it is or isn't that name that has been mentioned. And I don't want to make it difficult for this House to be able to do its work. But given that I was given, I think at the level of intelligence, because I haven't even said it's evidence, I went back to the National Commissioner as well as General Khumalo and I said, can you please give me evidence of this? Because I need more evidence. And so I really urge that it will be hugely irresponsible of me to mention a name in this House on the basis of intelligence that I've received that may or may not be true. So I really urge honorable members to understand that I do want to help this House, but I do not want to put people's names at risk. For various reasons, you never know how people are put at risk. I mean, and we don't know whether it was a direct consequence of what happened in this House, but you know that our chief investigator of the IDAC was attacked a day or two after his name was mentioned in this House. But one might say, look, he is the chief investigator, it's not difficult, that you shouldn't really draw that conclusion. I will understand that as well. But it does put people at risk, and I do not want to be irresponsible and do that when all I've received is intelligence about the possibility that someone well, about the fact that somebody is involved with organized criminal networks. Thank you, Chair.
Now, watch how Malema tears her apart in the next moment. He breaks down her evasions and holds her accountable in real time.
Because of their rights and all of that. A rotten NPA, it's very dangerous to our constitutional democracy she speaks about. A rotten NPA is dangerous to the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. So you cannot protect an individual over the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. Just her failure to respond to this question, she must take a bag and go. She's not going to be useful to us. We are asking names. That's why we are here. We are told there are people who kept people is names. Who are those people? We want names of drug cartels. We want names of corrupt police. We want names of corrupt judges. We want names of corrupt prosecutors. That is the whole idea of us being here. So you call a witness, when she left home, she left saying she's going to do what here? She's coming to read a policy statement in an inquiry. Yeah, we even discuss boardroom. We're discussing a pillow talk. Yeah. That's how far we go. Now we're being told, no, just a name. We can't be given a name of a prosecutor who's suspended. I know that there is a prosecutor called Chauke in Gauteng who's put on a special leave or suspended by the President of the Republic of South Africa. It is the President who communicated that publicly. What is so difficult for an NDPP to refer to such a case and say, for instance, we've got this case that is on, but I can't give details. This is what it involves. A lot of people came here and said so. This is a public information. But to come and say, I won't give you names, even on matters that are public, that is having taken a conscious decision that I'm not going to cooperate with them and I'm going to show them that they can't do anything. She's completely undermining us. To put it mildly, she's undermining us, and she left her home having taken a decision to come and undermine us here. What is so secret about telling us about a public prosecutor of a public prosecution? Everything is public there.
Here, Malema again. He says that by coming before Parliament, taking an oath to tell the truth, and then refusing to provide names or clear answers, she is actually undermining South Africa. Because if leaders avoid transparency even under oath, then accountability disappears. His message in this moment is clear and direct. You cannot swear to the people and then refuse to answer the people.
Except when you are dealing with the case. He says, I will give you a name when a person appears in court. The person that we're speaking about, for instance, Chauke, he's not going to go to court. It's an inquiry that is on. The president is investigating a particular conduct, wrongly or rightfully, I don't know. So it means we'll never hear that name Chauke in this committee because he will never have a first day appearance in a criminal court. What happens? There is an internal, inquiry that the president has constituted. The head of NPA must know about that, must be comfortable to speak about it. And the refusal to speak about such an incident is to say, I'm not going to cooperate with you. Actually, the allegations goes further, which we are going to probe later when it is our turn to ask questions. They say after they arrested advocate Chauke, they are able to register cases easily. That's what SAPS says. And cases are moving smoothly in Gauteng. Is that true? We want to get into those issues, but if the head of NPA is going to shy away from that, then which issue are we going to deal with? We need prosecutors who are cooperating with drug cartels.
So here's our take. Malema was right on several key points. He was right to call out the NPA for refusing to give names or answers after swearing an oath which undermines South Africa. He was right about public accountability, stressing that the NPA must answer to the people. He was right about transparency versus guilt, pointing out that naming someone doesn't automatically imply wrongdoing and that mistakes can be corrected. And he was right to expose her evasive responses, showing how they weaken trust in a public institution. Overall, Malema made a strong case for accountability and transparency, and that's why this moment matters. I can also make a shorter, punchier